screw it, I've been putting this off long enough. Let's finally play the standalone Gwent card game thing, now that I'm playing Thronebreaker. Maybe this will be interesting and different in some way, or expose us to some other content, or let me play a little bit with a different deck. At the very least, that'll probably happen. I'll get to play around with a deck that isn't the one that you use in the single-player game. Or maybe it'll be largely superfluous and redundant because it's basically the same game, but without the narrative context. I don't know. I've just been meaning to play this for like 2 years? How long has it been since the betas happened? I got an invite early, and this is my first time launching it because I'm terrible. Closed beta? Wait, I thought I saw the news that it's not in beta anymore and that it's 1.0 now. Mighty, thanks for helping us test the game. This is a work in progress version, blah blah blah. It's a beta. Honestly, the concept of a beta is completely redundant and pointless now that everything's a beta and Fortnite is the fucking top video game ever and it's not even out of early access, quote unquote. In a mode that wasn't even the real mode. Minecraft for years was weird, but everything else got way weirder. At this point, early access doesn't mean anything anymore. Hell, uh-oh. Wait, do you not just work? Inventory loading failed. Oh no, does this game not work right now? Have I made a mistake? I almost said hello Gwent and Siri. I'm like, wait a minute. Wrong G name.
No clue why we took the long way round. Would have been quicker to go through the woods.
Folks say the forest's cursed.
Bah, blather.
There, packed.
Much obliged, very kind of you.
Nights, young. What say you we play some cards?
Aye, and hear another story.
No, not tonight.
Why not? With the fire, pipes, Gwent, we've got to have a tale. It's tradition now.
Ah, fine. So be it. Here's a story Geralt told me only after much prodding. It happened in these very woods, not far from Aldersburg. The Witcher was traversing the wood with his ever-loyal, occasionally blundering, companion in many adventures, the bard Dandelion. Road-weary, the two decided to pitch camp and brew up a soup. Geralt collected water for the kettle, while Dandelion wandered off in search of milk caps, chanterelles, and porcinis, without which their thin brew promised to offer very little flavor indeed. Suddenly, the troubadour heard a low, drawn-out rumble. For an instant, he thought his empty belly was to blame. Yet the mysterious groan was quickly supplanted by a terrifying, piercing shriek. Dandelion's nerves were ruffled, to be sure. Yet his curiosity was piqued even more, so he set off in the sound's direction. A decision he would soon come to regret.
On one hand, I'm bummed out that it's like, oh, more tutorial. But on the other hand, a Dandelion and Geralt story. I'm like, all right, cool. It's been a while. By the way, if you're wondering if you just played the books and if you just played the games and haven't done the books at all, it's a pretty natural fit. Like going straight from Witcher 3 to reading the books from the beginning, I'm like, this is nice. Not only you immediately start getting a bunch of context for a bunch of stuff that you understood in Witcher 3, but just turns out there's more to it. But also the writing style and Geralt as a character and stuff is actually really familiar. It seems you start to realize how good of an adaptation the video games are when you read the books, and you're like, and it doesn't feel weird or wrong. Begin the tutorial. Udalric on broke. Welcome to Gwent, it's a battlefield. Click.
Amidst the trees, a wooden bridge came into view. At one end, a group of travelers. At the other, a monstrous horde.
Ah! Help! Save us! I beg you!
Why do I always find myself... hold on! I'll get help!
Dandelion pivoted on the spot, then froze in place.
Ah! Geralt! 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 Use that Witcher hearing of yours, damn it!
Use that Witcher hearing of yours. So I happen to be skipping over certain tutorials.
They'll devour us! Eat us alive! Run while you're able, and your legs will carry you!
No, stop! You'll never escape them, they're too fast!
And just who the ruddy hell are you? Some bloody expert on monsters?
I've learned a thing or two. Secondhand. We can't let on that we're afraid. Come on, everyone! Forward! Attack!
Poor, useless, likable Dandelion. I kind of missed him. So yeah, I'll be skipping over redundant-looking dialogue and stuff that we've learned already from Thronebreaker. So watch Thronebreaker Part 1, I guess, if you want the drawn-out tutorial. I'm just kind of poking around and seeing what this is like. And so I'm kind of gonna wait until something new shows up. This is a more extensive tutorial than Thronebreaker had. This one's like, look at your hand. And I'm like, no? Excuse me? Look at that. Oh, that's actually way more... That's way more obviously a 3D character model than it was in a Thronebreaker, where the art style is so carefully cel-shaded. You can definitely see his neck warping around and stuff like that. Yep, there's a ghoul. I've got Dandelion. A whole... that's a good picture. Oh. Dandelion, loyal friend, support. On round end, move this card from the graveyard to your deck. What? Every time a round end, it goes from the graveyard to your deck? Weird. Wait, that's not really useful. If it was from the graveyard back to the battlefield, it'd be like, oh shit, he's like a permanent card. But he just goes back to your deck, which means you can keep drawing him over and over again, even though he sucks. So he's just kind of a perpetual, endearing problem you have to deal with, as opposed to an actual asset. Which makes him, Dandelion. That's the feeling I get from the game and from the book so far, is he just keeps cropping back up and not really necessarily being helpful, but he's around. That's the primary characteristic. Abandon a friend in peril? Never. Oh, got sound effects on these cards. Caravan escort, no ability. One step toward that wagon and you'll get an arrow in the eye. Only 2 power, huh? Is power way lower in this game compared to Thronebreaker, or is it just because these guys suck? By Melittil's grace, I swear that path was round here somewhere. This is just a guide and escort, but they don't have characteristics, they just exist. That's their primary characteristic, is that they have 2 power and just are around. Alright, well, Dandelion first. You can take him, right, Dandelion?
Should have stayed in Toussaint. Make way! I'm coming!
He's probably fine.
And they say bards lack courage.
Some cards have active abilities, which you can actively manage. At the moment, you do not have any such cards. Yeah. They're telling me about... Weird tutorial. It's explained...
One rumor I've dispelled on countless occasions. Ah! Another one! Help! Somebody help me!
1 minute it's explaining that tutorials exist. I mean, that hands exist, and then the next moment it's explaining the actions of a card that you don't even have in your inventory, which is weird. Whoever has the most power wins. Look at the necker. The irony of a creature called a necker that seems to not have a neck. Hey, you creepy little shit. These little guys are almost cute if you ignore the whole vicious killer aspect. Did it just customize the dialogue based on who I played first? Because that's super neat. Definitely seem to be reacting as if based on the fact that I played Dandelion first.
Military, good and holy mother, have mercy on us.
Excellent! Now hold your position!
There, in the underbrush, another.
Ha! One look at us and it hides, tail between its legs. This beast has some sense.
Hold on!
And now I win the round because they passed.
We've got them outnumbered. We can do this. Slash, strike, kill.
The player's army is the most powerful yet.
And so, with some remarkable aid from Dandelion, the hapless travelers escaped with their lives. Yet their victory proved as unexpected as it was fleeting.
Why does that one have more power?
Hear that? That frightened beast. It's returned. and it's not alone.
Destroyed cards are in the battlefield end of round or move the, yeah. Remember some cards, yeah. Why do you guys have different power ratings? That's weird. Alright, well, get out there.
I'll lead the way. Follow me. Charge!
It's interesting. I thought the tutorial was really handholdy and Thronebreaker, but this one's like...
Let's show them what a little brute force can do!
This one's not even willing to trust you with, like, abilities in the first round.
Yes, right away. 3 against 3. We can manage with odds like that.
Just barely. Your opponent's now using the card advantage they gained from passing on the previous round. Yeah, they have one more card than I do.
Then again, perhaps not.
This is the end.
They're doing what I did before.
World. Cousin.
They've won the round.
Resigned to his fate, Dandelion slumped to his knees to await the final, fatal blow.
Is Geralt gonna come in? Yep, there he is.
For the monsters retreated as if stricken by a sudden terror. Dandelion spun round to identify the source of their fear, spotted his savior, and bellowed,
Geralt, finally! You even realize how long it kept me waiting?
Nowhere near as long as I've waited to hear you say thank you. Saved your skin how many times now? What would you say?
Hey, the voice actor. I haven't heard that
Step
voice for a
back.
few years.
Sheathe that blade before you hurt yourself.
I beg your pardon? Before you deigned to show up, I actually killed one of these beasts myself.
No witnesses, I take it?
Strangely nostalgic over a 200 episode series that happened like 3 years ago. I'm like, I haven't heard that voice since then. All right, well, that's a quick win.
You strike from the left, you from the right, while I'm still needed here.
Oh, that's an animation. Damn. Wow. If that's what it takes to save the world, it's better you let the world die. Damn. Geralt of Rivia. Yeah, never.
At last, victory is within reach. Oh, another one! Help! Somebody help me!
It's funny being able to pick out what's going to happen in a tutorial during a card game, because you're like, he waits the final blow. Oh, I'm going to draw Geralt next. And then it did.
Die, you scoundrel! You rogue!
You're not even in the fight. I'll put you in there, you coward.
Another monster! Another beast! Pleasure. Ha! We won! We are victors! Do you see that? My selfless final assault turned the tide!
Oh, because the round ended, so even at the end of the game, he gets put back into the deck. He disappeared out of the victory screen as a result. Weird visual. Hey, recap of the rounds. 6, 9, 18. So it shows you the score from round to round in a nice little interface. Can I click on this? No? I guess that's where you normally click on your profile and your opponent's profile, but I'm not Dandelion, and Monsters isn't a profile.
the travelers, not in want of coin, rewarded their saviors generously, then offered yet more in exchange for another small favor.
Is this how I get my cards? Yep. Each keg contains 5 cards. Kegs can be opened in the shop. Why are they kegs? Just to be different, I guess?
In their panicked flight from the monster swarm, they had abandoned a wagon heavy with valuables. They wished now to recover it and make haste out of the Moulderwood, with the Witcher as their armed escort, of course. Geralt was, at first, inclined to refuse. Yet Dandelion, upon hearing the promised sum, swiftly persuaded his friend to accept the contract. The Witcher would prove he was well worth the coins soon enough. This
mural probably looks really good filled in. This whole episode might just be the tutorial.
The
But hey,
wagon
story.
stood abandoned and turned upon its side at the road's edge, right next to a monster nest.
Damn it. No telling what's in there. Need to be careful.
Whatever your orders, Master Witcher. We trust you.
The player who began the first round receives tactical advantage card. In order to use the ability of tactical advantage, you must have a unit on the battlefield. Play a unit. Oh, is that tactical advantage? Didn't know about this. Immune and doomed. ×1 ability. Order. Boost an ally by 5, then banish self. So it's just another trinket card, or an artifact card, or whatever it's called. So it just hangs out. So it's an attempted balancing thing for the multiplayer version of Gwent, is that the person who goes first often they have that's interesting. They're trying to balance the difference between round 1 and round 2 and all that, and like the person who goes first has the issue of like they have to lead the charge, and at times like it feels like you're strung out and being forced to play way more cards just because you already went first in the turn order. So this kind of counteracts that by letting you just boost somebody by 5 for a turn. I wonder how that plays into things, because if you use an ability, you still have to play a card. That counts as opting in. I guess on your last turn where you're planning on leaving, you could boost somebody and make it a little harder on them and then pass. It's an attempted balancing thing. Doomed. It removes the unit from game after it moves through. Yeah. If you go to the graveyard, it gets deleted entirely. Why does it have doomed and banish? That's weird, right? It has 2 effects that remove it from the game entirely. Just making sure, I guess. But the idea is that it doesn't go in your graveyard, so you can't do anything to get it back. It's just a one-time thing that's exempt from all other rules. It's just a little chance to give somebody 5 power somewhere. What did it say? Remember, cadets, he who first draws his blade has the advantage over his foe. Hey, these guys are stronger than the other ones were. Eh? What are you facing off against? It's making bad noises. It's not encouraging. Mercenary guard. What's in the wagon, and why should I care? Alright, let's throw it. Ooh. Ooh, you have abilities? Boosts, deploy melee, boost self by 1. Deploy ranged, boost all other units in this row by 1. Alright, so it probably... That makes sense. It's meant to be a melee unit, so if it's in the back, it's reinforcing the others. The other ones had no abilities, though, right? I'm wondering if this is a standard thing in the multiplayer one, this idea of different cards being different from each other individually. Because that feels really odd. Huh. Plop you down there? There's 2 rows, melee and ranged. Abilities change in different rows. Activate the tactical advantage, or we're gonna kill you. There you go. Goodbye! So it's not in the graveyard, it's just gone now. Hey, you're not animated. You're the first one I've seen so far. Yes, the weird spider plant creatures. The Arakas hatchling. Nature sometimes gives lie to the phrase, youth is beauty.
This is proving easy. Too easy.
Are you thinking something else is going to happen next? Or are you recommending yeah, they want me to pass.
Everyone stay back. It could be a trap.
They also passed, so I won.
We've done it! We've won!
Easy now. Too early to celebrate. Keep your wits, damn it. This isn't over.
The suggestion being that if I played too many cards, I'd be over-investing.
Shh. More coming. They'll surface soon.
Geralt's intuition once again proved true. From the depths of the nest emerged a wave of monstrosities, covered in mud and congealed blood, their eyes burning with hatred.
Use what we learned to win one more round. Yep. No effects here. Slice them. Yeah. So a caravan leader. He looks like he might... Are you actually 2D? No, I saw you clip through yourself. You're 3D. Oh yeah, you can see the fog is clipping through him too. Yeah, the illusion of them being secretly... The illusion of them being 2D and not 3D is not really working as well in this game as it did in Thronebreaker. Also, the top of his head's all fucked up looking. It's like spiky. It keeps changing when he looks around. Yeah. Alive or dead, this elf shall be mine, mark my words. Oh, it's just a random racist guy. What do you have? Damage a unit by 4. Order. So it's not on play, but on use. Triggered by... yeah. There, between them trees. So no fog effect or anything. Weather effects don't seem to be as prevalent at this point. Just have to win one more round. Let's throw you down first. Yeah, you can't use orders until the next turn afterwards. Your turn. Gonna continue. Aha, you're dead. Think about that now, huh? Oh crap, now that I did that I have to do an action. Whoops.
Awaiting your orders.
I kind of meant to not invest any more cards, but I forgot if you use an ability, you've committed. Ah, that's a significant lead you've got there. I quit. You can have this. You can have this round. Why do you keep playing more cards? Oh, the AI did not. The AI was not ready for that, or you know, it's just tutorial, so it doesn't matter. That's the card I'm familiar with for Dandelion. Yeah, they threw that round hard. They threw their whole hand away, even though that was what they were already winning. Oh, I didn't mean to go over the voice acting. Dandelion Vanquisher. Dandelion, you're a cynic, a lecher, a liar, and my best friend. That's neat. God, that music. Calm down. It's so overblown. Holy crap. We know about you from before. Only ability is that guy. Yeah, the only ability is the guy that doesn't attack. Alright. Ooh, look at you. God, you're creepy. Arakas Behemoth. Like a cross between a crab, a spider, and a mountain. It's not the first time I've seen a monster description that's described as a series of features that the monster has.
Not your lucky day.
Lack of abilities means I can pretty much just spam all the cards out and just see what happens. Putting them in what order they are in doesn't matter. I don't have a leader ability, and none of my units have abilities.
Don't like this.
Just gonna have everyone hide behind Geralt and the caravan leader.
Nice mess you've got here.
Damage unit by 4. That guy.
With pleasure. Ha-ha! They didn't stand a chance.
They didn't. They really didn't. Secret, just see giant scary monster. Quit. Win next round. Dogs! Oh, wait.
Geralt leading and guiding their efforts, the travelers defeated the wretched horde and recovered their wagon of valuables.
Oh, that was that dog and cat from that mansion. That was an interesting little plot point. At first I'm like, cool, there's a dog, and then I realized they're like a weird, sticky nightmare dog and cat. I'm like, oh, that was a whole arc. Was that the Hearts of Stone expansion? Or can be exchanged at the shop for card kegs. Yeah, it's the currency.
The caravan then resumed its journey, turning north towards Aldersburg. The forest's edge was not far. With a favorable wind at their back, they would arrive at the city gates before nightfall. But rarely does a favorable wind blow through the Moulderwood.
Raug. He was one of the big
Our
bosses.
heroes and their companions rode through a village that lay in ruin. A man in a tattered uniform emerged to meet them.
In the name of King Damavend, I command you to stop. A toll is owed. You must pay it here, you must.
In a ravaged, deserted village in the middle of the woods? Interesting place you've chosen for a toll collector.
Your authority. You know, the writ that grants you the right to collect. I wager it's just as interesting. And I'd very much like to see it.
A pair of slippery snakes you are, ain't you? I wonder if you'll keep laughing once my flare's knocked all your teeth out your mouth. Get 'em, lads!
That's not very nice, but I do have this ability now. I got myself... Oh, it's called Swallow. It was like a fortitude potion before, but now they're theming it after the Witcher himself, so it's one of his Witcher brews. Symbolizing spring and rejuvenation, the Swallow lent its name to this potion that accelerates the rate at which wounds scab over and heal. No one else is... Ooh, Geralt Igni. Oh, that's neat. His head looks really weird, though. It looks like a PS2 game. Yeah, this is the... I always thought this card didn't look very good. On the main menu, I don't know why I'm saying always. I mean yesterday when I played Thronebreaker. On the Thronebreaker main menu, you have this really good picture of Meve, and then you have this picture of Geralt that looks really odd. And now I'm realizing, now that I'm seeing it in motion and in high resolution, I'm like, oh yeah, it doesn't look that great. It seems like this... It kind of seems like there's a different art style entirely for this version of Gwent over compared to Thronebreaker. But yeah, this is a weird look, but his face looks like it's a flat model, which is weird because I was complimenting how much the other game effectively looks like it's 3D. But this game looks like it's not 3D. It looks like a bunch of low resolution 3D character I'm sorry. I was complimenting how the other game, it looks like it's 2D, but this game does not look 2D. It looks like 3D character models that are low resolution with a texture sprint over it. The art's still generally good. It's just noticeably a step down from Thronebreaker's really convincing tricks they're doing. Deploy. Destroy the highest enemy units. Whoa. A twist of a Witcher's fingers can light a lamp or incinerate a foe. Ah, Igni. The #1 complaint people had about my playthrough. Because I beat the entire game using Igni, basically, instead of my sword. And some people didn't like that very much, but I didn't like the combat very much, so... Don't you play your Geralt card now? No. Play Geralt when they play a good enemy. This guy sucks. Footman Deserter. Left, right, and could we mix it up every now and then? Do you know how walking works? Oh no, the background light is clipping through this guy's head. Oh no. There's like quality control problems on these cards, aren't they? Maybe they were never supposed to be seen at that resolution. Like maybe it was only supposed to look like this originally, and they're like, what do you mean you can zoom in on it? Shit. They're gonna make me play Geralt. That looked cool. That looked really cool.
Real bloody magic.
Yeah, it is.
Don't shit yourself silly at the first sign of luck. This ain't over just yet.
Geralt, look out!
That... Unlike units' abilities, certain artifacts can be used immediately after playing. Oh.
Take that, you freak! No! Master Witcher, do you require aid?
No, I'll manage.
Honestly, I think that he'd be able to escape that kind of blow just fine, but hey, I've got a trick for this. Now he's stronger than before.
That ought to do it.
Begone! Begone, you devils!
Does this spar work? Does this thing work every 4 turns? Damage an enemy by 7. Stick him with the pointy end. Does it work every 4 turns? Is that what it's saying? How's it gonna get another order? The round won't last that long anyway. Yeah, they kept the victory sound.
Dandelion, need to see to my wounds. You're in charge.
But I...
Figure it out.
Cards with the keyword Zeal can activate their abilities the same turn in which they're played. Dandelion's ability is best used later. His ability is most effective when you have more units on the battlefield. Boost all allies by 1. That's interesting. So he can use it as an ability instead of on deploy, but he has Zeal, so on top of it, so it can still be used like it's a deploy ability, and that you can use it the moment you play them. Dandelion Well-Wisher. I'm always try to help when I can, but I can't help if I'm dead. I'm always try? What? Look at that, they're throwing everything at it, and a knife, and a chicken? Sure. Y'all are all familiar? Yeah, these guys. Alright. Makes sense to play some dudes. We've already won one round, so I could just commit if I want to. What are you gonna play?
Got the bastards! What doesn't kill you? To arms, men!
Two arms, men.
Right away.
It is my turn. Pass. Oh, you can't do that? You're not gonna let me do that? Oh, look at that guy's art. Got a little lightning strike. Like, there's so many human sound effects on these characters. Like, excessive ones. Damn bowstring, I've got blisters down my fingers. I like that he's got the food on his back. It's a little detail because they're out on their own. And they're running around, possibly stealing food. But also, they have to take all their food around with them because they've run from the military, so they can't go home. It won't let me pass. I want to pass instead of committing more. Because I want them to play multiple cards just trying to beat the 6. And then I can sweep in the 3rd round. But they don't want me to do that.
Don't like this.
Boost all allies by 1 total, too. It's not even a... This isn't even a row ability.
This don't look good. This don't look good at all.
With life, mates! For love and honor!
Guess I'll win this round.
Sod it all.
You guys want me to commit?
Not so tough without your witcher, are you?
Actually, we are extremely tough. Dangerously so. Deadly, in fact. So much so, we're giving you a leg up.
Well, look at Mr. Bard over here. Oh no. That guy's pretty fucked at the moment. He's the sadist deserter. Most left out of fear. I left because I was bored. Not coming out. That hammer's stuck in there. Also, his thumb's clipping through his knee. These details. I wish I didn't see them, but I do.
Don't like this.
Master Dandelion, they've got the upper hand. We cannot survive this. They'll slaughter us all, to the last man.
Calm yourselves, men. I've an ace up my sleeve.
I love this. I do love the narrative trappings of the card game,
Is mightier than the sword.
including complimenting these characters that are so enjoyable.
What the devils was that?
A dwarven battle song. Nothing quite like it to stir a fire in your heart. Now, at them!
Apparently we won.
Victory! Sweet, sweet victory!
How is he not dead? I understand how he doesn't die when he's around Geralt in the books. I don't understand how he doesn't die in the many times he's not around Geralt in the books. Dandelion's a character I perpetually expect to die off camera.
Managed to fend off the bandit deserters. Alas, this did not at all mean they had left danger behind.
Scraps, another reward thing. You can craft cards with them.
The unexpected skirmish had delayed them. It was clear they would not leave the wood before dusk, and the Moulderwood, hazardous by day, turned utterly deadly by night. The travelers required a safe location in which to pitch camp post-haste. And here, fortune shone down upon them as they soon discovered a cluster of elven ruins.
Because nothing's ever gone wrong in Elven ruins.
They were not alone in choosing the ivy-covered stone structures as their shelter.
Verla! Who approaches?
Merchant caravan. We mean no harm.
You think me so gullible, Dwan, to believe these words you proffer so easily? You humans hunt us like animals. Half our unit lost just 2 days past.
It wasn't us, I assure you. We had nothing to do with it. Gods, what was that?
Erica's queen. Must have followed our trail. We destroyed her nest. She's out for revenge.
Oh, typical. You disturb nature's balance in the forest and now stand bewildered as it seeks to restore it.
Seems we can't count on their help. Close ranks, now.
Your opponent has a leader on their side, which has an ability. When do I get mine? Also, maybe you could, you know, if you give your white wolf name, whatever the elven version of that is, maybe she'll not attack you. Arcus Queen damages 2 enemies by 2. Her children inherited her beauty. So she can do that. She can use it once, and it probably has a 3-turn cooldown after that. I'm not sure. I get to worry about that. If I play anything sufficiently weak, it'll get killed. And these characters both have 2 on them. Great. So let's play you first, because you can survive if they use the ability. If she uses the ability now, then she'll only attack one thing, which would be great. A natural fog. Oops. I didn't read it in time. That's over here somewhere. They're both under fog. Yep. For 4 turns, on turn start, damage the highest unit on this row by 2. Shit. Alright, there goes a lot of health right there. So I just got double damaged. 1, I took the fog damage, and 1, I took that. Highest unit on this row. So that ability does 4 damage per turn if you're using both rows. For 4 turns, that's up to 16 damage. I'm not going to want to split to the other row at all because I want them to attack this row. Much like how it was best for them to attack me when I only had 1 unit, it's also best for me to stick to 1 row so at least only 1 person's taking the damage. Gotta keep that together. They won't be able to attack me right now. Looks like it doesn't even come back with their ability.
A cursed forest.
That's a lot of damage. Maybe I should have passed, actually. Oh, they won't let me pass. I have to keep going. The tutorial doesn't let me have freedom entirely.
No, it's not possible.
Okay, that's cartoonish.
This is it. We'll die in this accursed wood.
Hey, long ears! Once this beast finishes with us, you know you'll be next, right?
He speaks true, Sorka.
Bladder arse. So be it. Attack!
The next round we get their help.
Circumstance to do so. Eternal foes stood shoulder to shoulder against the monster horde. Indeed, it was truly a rare sight.
Humans and Scoia'tael fighting side by side amid elven ruins. Geralt, can you imagine the ballads? Can you hear them?
Won't be no ballad if you're dead. Focus, damn it.
Geralt, can you imagine the ballads? That's your job. That's your entire job, Dandelion. You gotta make it happen. Units can be played on 1 of 2 rows. Yeah, they're just reiterating themselves. Can I look at your graveyard? I can. I want to look at that card. The Fiend. Look at that guy. God, he's massive. That's a problem. A Fiend looks like a bit like a deer, an enormous evil deer. Oh, there's a real good, there's a real neat movie that came out on Netflix like last year featuring basically that. The fog has a character on it, which is a weird. It feels weird in that context because they're not human and it looks like a human card. At first glance, I thought one of my guys somehow got it in their graveyard. Sun shone bright, just a moment past. On the gods, I swear it. All right, what do we get here? Scoia'tael Rider. Look at that art. So deploys a unit. Yeah, deploy damages a unit by 2. It has a reach of 2. It doesn't seem to scale. The Arbalist scaled in the in Thronebreaker, so this is a bit of a disappointment. They say elves understand horses better than they do humans. They're not wrong. Question is that a compliment on their horse abilities, or is it just talking about how bad they are with humans? Yeah. Ooh. That little audiovisual sync with that sound was nice. A little overblown with the amount of sound effects happening though, for how good the visual is. The visual is great. Sound effects are a little overkill in this game. The Elven War Dancer. You mean to say the she-elf danced amidst the fray? You lost your mind, Corporal. Hawker's support. Boost an ally by 2. Elf, dwarf, makes no difference. As long as they've got coin. So you boost somebody by 2, you do nothing, you attack by 2. Gotcha. Well, we don't want to play the attack card because there's nobody to attack right now. And there's nobody to boost, so haha.
Watch and learn.
They said they're different based on what row that they're in, but actually the units they gave me in this part of the tutorial don't do that, so that's not actually true. Wait, they passed? Okay. I guess I'll just win then. Why'd they pass? They're holding out. What are you doing? Geralt's back. Or I should say, has newly arrived. Hey, now we have a leader. Oops, I didn't mean to do that, I'm sorry. I was trying to look at my leader. Boost a unit by 20. What the hell? Why is it so strong? The commando leader. This forest is our home and your grave. Alright. Dare I just give that to Geralt and have him be a 33? Can they kill one of my units? Do I have to worry about that? That's a new one. Elven Hunter. Damage an enemy by 2. If it survives, boost self by 2. Kind of a bit of sadism there, huh? Specifically, they want you to attack things that won't die from the wound. He looks a bit of a sadist too, with what he's doing with that bizarre animation. Man, our dear, it's the same idea. Aim between the shoulders. Elven Roughneck. They're really subverting the idea of how graceful and clean elves are here. Do you feel lucky? Well, do you? Don't? We're doing the references, huh? We're doing the references. Alright. Well, that's a deploy ability, and we don't want to waste that. So, I'll tentatively let's throw you out. Pachoom. Alright, how much can you mess up Geralt? Good luck. Oh, that's a big one. That's why we had that then, huh? Reach 2. So if I put you in the front row, you can attack the fiend. Gaining 2 power. The visual design of this card game is fantastic. Like this board and everything about it. It's just really nice to look at, except for the weird errors you get from zooming in on them. These cards look great from this distance, the animations and everything. It's when you look up at them where some of them look weird. And also the quality varies from card to card. Probably because they were learning the style as they went a bit. Necker Warrior. When did you guys get face paint, or is that just blood? Take heed, gents. There's Neckers under this here bridge. Oh, we're not ready to pass.
This is Elven land, Dwan, upon which your kind dies.
Just feels natural to focus attacks on the fiend. Doesn't really matter who you attack. A rot fiend. I thought they were spider creatures before. Now they're just mixing whatever they want in here. Did you not? You'll smell them long before you see them.
For the daisy of the valley!
So it seems like at the moment our abilities are single use. The queen and I both had abilities that just say ×0, so you can use them once. Maybe they stuck with that. I think in Witcher 3 Gwent, you could only use your leader's ability once in the entire game, I believe. But in Thronebreaker, it has a 3-turn cooldown, which is really different.
Fine, if my coin's ranked to you, go kiss a dog neath its tail.
Why did those two just flash a second ago? What did that mean? Did I do something? That concerned me. Some of them just shine every now and then, or what? 53 to 37. So we only won because of that ability that gave me plus 20. Oh, play a unit from your graveyard spell.
The queen staggered, shrieked, and emitted a blood-curdling howl before collapsing onto the wagon and smashing it to bits.
Meteorite powder. Another type. Used to acquire trinkets, among other things, and craft animated cards.
A groan rose from beneath the splintered boards. Someone was there, trapped, but alive. An elf, badly bruised, his limbs bound with rope. The Scoia'tael recognized him at once as the leader of a lost guerrilla unit. The alleged merchants had captured him for transport to Aldersburg, where he would first face torture and then the hangman, while they collected a hefty reward. Rather obviously, the revelation of the wagon's occupant put an immediate end to the alliance forged just moments before. Our heroes found themselves between a rock and a hard place, left to examine their conscience and loyalties, and, in consequence, to choose a side.
Oh wow, there's a choice here. We decided with the humans or the elves. This game has a somewhat obnoxious number of currencies. Let's go with the elves. Wyvern scale shield, that's neat. Oh shit.
Don't like this.
The coin flip decides who will play first. Oh, we're doing a real match now. So the redraw mechanic is in this too, just like it was in Thronebreaker, but it looks like 2 is the correct number. Thronebreaker lets you redraw 6, which seems like way too many. That might just be because I'm in the early game though or something. Or it might be a scenario specific concession. Let's see, we got Dandelion with his boosting ability. These guys that boost people. An archer with 5. The Scoia'tael archer. Elves have excellent vision and impeccable aim. Here, let me show you. Oh. The war dancer. These are just identical cards, aren't they? They're just 5 cards. There's cards with 5. You have elf, you have elf. They don't even have different descriptors. Because sometimes there'll be a description up here that affects what type of card it is, and that means certain things will affect them differently as a result. Damn, the blood coming out of that guy's mouth as they pull the arrow out. Roughneck, like these have higher strength. Why wouldn't you just use that one? Why would you use these 5s? Geralt's here. Fog is here. It's a good time. Yeah, let's redraw. These at least boost somebody else. Admittedly, that is only a total of 5. But sometimes unit count affects what things do. And these can boost everybody. I would get rid of these guys because they're just generics. If you do not use your total amount of redraws available, it carries over to next round. Oh. Interesting. In a standard game of Gwent, you start with 10 cards in your hand. You can't have more than 10 cards in your hand. If you were already holding 10 cards, the next card you draw will be discarded to the graveyard. Wow. Wow, that's punishing. It's not even that you're forced to discard something. The next card you draw will be discarded in the moment. That means you just lose it you just lose it from the deck directly to the graveyard without passing through your hand. That's uncommon. There's a lot of tabletop games that let you draw extra cards, but then you have to discard back down to the number by choice. But no. Damn. This is the last battle of the tutorial. Use everything you've learned to defeat your enemy. Now we're just out of the tutorial, then we're just playing a game now. Admittedly, with maybe some strong cards that make it easier or something. I have 2 Geralts. I have the Igni Geralt and regular Geralt. So regular Geralt is just 13. Igni Geralt is just straight up better. He loses 1 power, but he destroys an entire unit. Like that one. Boost self by 1, champion mercenary. Bones and oaths, I've proven quite skilled at breaking both. We got the fog. What did I draw at the end? I discarded one of the archers to get a war dancer, and I think the other one gave me the Igni. Hey there. Bye. And and end turn, yeah.
Try them!
Pass. Let's watch as he spends a few.
Right, left, right.
Yeah, he's gonna have to play cards for a while in order to get the lead. Oh. I made a mistake though. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. Shit. I'm so used to old tactics.
Sod it all.
You want to play at least 3 of your cards so you don't just throw away the ones that you draw. Hawker Healer. Boost an ally by 2. Deploy ranged. Heal an ally. Heal? If a unit's current power is lower than its base power, restore it to either its base power or by the amount specified. It just says heal, so I guess all of it. It just fully heals a damaged unit. Neat. Sure, I'll patch you up. Gonna cost you though. What did I just discard? Another one of those, and this guy. The Elven Swordmaster. It's a 4 power that damages an enemy by 1. Oh, on order. So it has every 2 turns it can do that again. There's a cooldown. Reduce the cooldown if you kill something. Even better. That's a bit of synergy with that other card. That other card, you're supposed to damage somebody by 2 but not kill them. This one damages people by 1 but is supposed to kill them. So damaging somebody by 2 with the other card makes that one stronger. Killing somebody with this one makes the cooldown even faster, so you keep doing it. Combat is a dance, and you must never allow your opponent to lead. Yeah. In the old version of Witcher, of Gwent, that was a good move. Having Geralt just come out and just pry for them to play a bunch of cards, but the advantage is somewhat reduced by the fact that I screwed up and didn't play enough cards, so now I'm stuck with, having discarded some of them, making the whole thing kind of pointless. The caravan. Oh yes, my old guide. I'm an asshole, huh? It would seem so. Let's leak it out slow, I guess.
Watch and learn.
Lady Margarita told us of this.
The Sorceress Mercenary. Boost a unit by 2. Why learn to change iron to gold when I can simply earn it by using what I already know? I never checked you out, actually. Damage a unit and units adjacent to it by 8. Ja. So if I line up 3 in a row, they'll do 24 damage. That counteracts my ability pretty strongly, which is to give 1 unit 20 power. Because they do 4 more damage with this. The elf's mine. Mine, I say. Damn. Where was that ability when you were actually in my party? Yeah, this guy's not changed. Alright, so their powers are almost evenly matched. The main upside is that if he attacks somebody that can be... If he attacks somebody that can be healed, then I can heal them. So, but that's only really Geralt. 8 damage would kill basically anybody else, which is a problem. You've already distributed yourself into both rows. Let's take advantage. Oh, it only covers 1 row. Whoops. Didn't they cover both rows when they played it? How the hell did they do that? What's up with that? Well, goodbye to them.
Sod it all.
Yeah, I would have played it in top row if I realized. I went too fast. They used it on both of my rows in the tutorial, it seemed. Maybe they had 2 they didn't seem to have 2 of them. Could have been scripted story nonsense. Let's see, they already passed the other round. Like, I do have to win this one, or we're gonna be in deep shit. So you can boost an ally without making them be in the same row. Melee boosts an ally, ranged heals an ally. I'm just concerned about when he's going to use his ability. I'm waiting for that to happen. Well, putting people in the same row doesn't serve a purpose with these units. So I'll try to make do.
Portals.
I hate portals. Passed. Alright. He probably knew it was lost. I was thinking in the wrong terms. I was thinking of putting Geralt out because he'd be able to survive the move, but then the guy just passed, so I guess we'll stop. I have 10 cards, he has 7. I've got a pretty strong grip on winning at that point already. I have like no cards that can survive his ability though, which is its own problem. If I place you down, you can at least attack somebody next turn. Once they're played.
Swords I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn.
If you're gonna be able to attack every turn, I'd like you to survive too, so. Boop. There you go. How you gonna trump 24? Good luck.
Awaiting your orders.
I'll remind you, I have a 3-card advantage.
For the Daisy of the Valley!
I'm trying not to make it too easy for him to get 3 kills with 1 play, but I don't know how long I'll be able to avoid that. Really, if I just line up 3 units on the same row, he'll be able to kill them. So I'm kind of just hoping he'll make the mistake of using it on accident. I forgot to use your ability. Crap. I had the opportunity last turn and I forgot. So boost an ally by 2. Yeah, it's going to be kind of hard to not set it up so that he can basically one-shot multiple units with his ability.
You'll regret your mum ever squirted you out.
Yeah. So when is he going to use his ability? There we go. You'll survive. I can at least heal you or something if he attacks you, but he'll probably attack this row. We'll see. Oh. Really? Are you stupid? He's stupid. He used his ability on that one, so it only hit them and them. What a weird move. Oh well. Take a damage. I can't heal you because you're still over maximum health, so my heal actually doesn't work at the moment. Oh well. Plap out more dudes.
Too fast for you, Dwan.
Don't like this.
Not much more thinking left, I don't think. I think I more or less just win.
Cursed traitors.
Saving Dandelion for last, so they can buff everybody. Although most likely, I figure I'll keep Dandelion out of the field because then they can't get attacked. But I don't think that their unit doesn't have a lot of. No, they had some archers in that deck that could attack. I remember using them, but not a lot of them. They just keep getting attacks in.
Elren has shown us the way.
I mean, no one needs a heal, so I guess do the boost row.
We ought to help one or the other.
All right, that's a pretty strong win. I don't think you're getting back from that. Not much competition at that point.
In the end, Geralt and Dandelion supported the Elven guerrillas in battle. I know not their reasoning. Perhaps they concluded that justice lay in the Scoia'tael camp, though, just as likely, they may simply have disliked being played for fools.
Treasure. Oh. Oh, those are my rewards. Are all of the leader characters: King Foltest, Krakon Crate, Philaventral, Immer Van Everest, and Aradin break glass. You break glass? Don't break glass. It's rude. Leader of the monsters. So you're from Witcher 3. This guy, what was it called? The Last Wish. The first Witcher novel that's a collection of short stories. You get his backstory from that, and that's Ciri's backstory by proxy, which is an interesting little chapter to read. You've received a deck and leader for each faction that can be accessed in the deck builder.
Our heroes turned and strode away from the elven ruins, battle sounds still echoing behind them. Tears welled up in Dandelion's eyes, then spilled and trickled. Is this the way it would always be? Would humans and elves never live in harmony? Thereafter, the Witcher strove to avoid these woods, and did his damnedest never to meddle in settling others' scores.
What a tale. So something wicked dwells in these woods after all.
Go on, tell us another.
So, perhaps the one about...
Tales are nice and all, but it's time we moved on.
We really got to chain him?
Got no choice in the matter. Stand up.
Right. As you wish.
What is the context for that? They're chaining up the mercenary. A lot of narrative leading into this. Avatar. Okay. Yep, and then there's the single player portion. Oh, Holiday Pact. Shoop offers you a great deal. Who's Shoop? New season has started. Alright, well, let's look into my claim your rewards from contract. Was that supposed to hurt? I don't know what they're talking about here. Let's just click on things. Win a non-puzzle battle with less than 10 damage taken in total. Oh, I'm getting achievements from my single player. You haven't even seen that yet, that moment. That's the future for you guys. Complete the tutorial. Okay. Another tutorial. Was one of them for this tutorial and the other one for the other game's tutorial? Is that what the rewards are for? Win a non-puzzle battle without any of your units being killed. These aren't really hard things to do. Gwent's not really an attack-heavy game. Unlocked by opening specific chests in Throne... Oh, right. Yeah, in Thronebreaker you can open a series of chests that just straight up unlock a card in this game. Although getting a border that way is really boring compared to getting a card. It's just boring cosmetic stuff. Let's see. Reward book? What in the world am I looking at right now? Hello. Nilfgaard, Northern Realms Monsters, Scoia'tael, Skellige. That's the 5 decks of the game. Season of the Wild Hunt's the new season that they were talking about. So I guess you purchase all nodes. Oh god. 2 reward points. Yeah, but what does it do? Wait, do you just get ore? There's the starting node of this reward tree. You can spend rewards to claim rewards from nodes connected to this one on a previously connected node. Do you mostly just get more resources? I guess you play with that deck, and as you play that deck, you get more reward points, and you spend those to get more ore and whatnot via this way, and then eventually stuff like this. Rewards are improved for each story node already claimed. So the first story node you get gives you 250 ore, then 300 and so on. 5 reward points for 2 monster kegs, some powder and scraps. Okay. Those card fragments? Oh, scraps. They have a thing called card fragments in the other game. And those are straight up cards, the crowns. I'm guessing it's kind of just another Skinner's box, basically. Just you play this deck a bunch, and then while you're getting it, you just keep unlocking rewards, just to give you something to look forward to, and they give you a little control over it, so you can feel like you're having more agency in it, but ultimately just play a bunch and you'll unlock everything. Looks like I already have some points too. Do we just have all these lying around? Okay. What's tutorial mean though? Is it just the... Ah, okay, so we were playing our way through a reward screen, but it was very different because tutorial. I'm not really sure why they keep it there, but okay. The leaders also have trees. Oh boy. Getting a little bit of Fortnite flashbacks with the excessive trees and everything. By which I mean the single player component. Oh, it's like it's laid out like it's a constellation making that shape, isn't it? That's kind of cute. There's no card unlocks, is there? It's just a bunch of... Nope, these chests have... That right there is another variation of the commander, so you'd want that. And that's just higher level reward, I guess, right there. I mean, you'd want this eventually. That's straight up another version of the general or leader or whatever. Yeah, leader. Which means it has different abilities, so you want to unlock that for sure. Stuff to keep you busy, right? Let's see. Let's open quests. Win 5 matches as Nilfgaard and win 5 matches. So pretty standard daily stuff that gives you rewards that you can continue. The deck builder. Oh boy. Do I just have all these cards already? The Aradin and Break Glass. That's the leader. Let's look at that art. Yeah! That's neat looking. Have some dignity. You know how this will end. I don't remember him speaking, but that could just be me. Are my decks already built? I probably have a pre-built one, right? So Thronebreaker's here to taunt you into playing the single player forever. Let's go to the shop. I'm kind of exploring right now. So he's Shoop. Good to know.
Won't see what wow inside.
What do these cost? Oh, that's what I have already. So I open them from here. What do we get? Pyrotechnician Dwarf. Trebuchet. Lyrian Cavalry. Our Tudor. Ah! Why are you 3 instead of 1? How does this work? So frost effect to Cyclops. Okay. Toggle view button, I guess. Yes. Oh, you pick your 5th card. You don't. Okay. That's interesting that you get to pick one of them. Is there any rarity indicator so I can know how much trouble I'm in? Oh! The number in the bottom right corner is still in this game. I thought that was specific to Thronebreaker as a RPG mechanic to limit the growth of your deck. But it looks like that's in here too to balance the power of your individual cards. Huh. Fighting Frost, apply this row effect. It's same as the other one, really. It's just Frost instead. For no particular reason. It's just Fog. Incineration, damage the next unit your opponent plays by 5. Zeal. That's fun. Then order, flip this card over and damage unit by 3. So they know that you're playing it though, don't they? Yeah. Careful, one more step and you'll be turned to molten glass. When you play it, they know that you're going to play it though. But you can also attack a second time afterwards, so... Oh, ambush, place face down. So they don't know what it's going to be. That's interesting. So there are trap cards. And you can manually attack with 3 when you want to. Or you can wait and attack the next guy for 5. Destroy an adjacent allied unit and damage an enemy by its power. Fun idea, but... I like both those cards. But I like the idea of a trap, even though they're probably more common in my existing stuff. The trap here is I don't know my existing cards yet. So I could be getting myself in trouble here. There's a lot to go in here. A lot to read through right now. Oh, there's a werewolf. I mean, I have to, right? It's just with, is it just with regular wolves? Wolves look really miserable. The werewolves look really miserable in the Witcher universe. Immune thrive. It cannot be manually targeted. Interesting. It cannot be manually targeted, and boost this unit by 1 whenever an ally with higher power is played. Oh. Also interesting. Some say lycanthropy is contagious. Get bit by a werewolf, you turn into one yourself. Witchers know that's nonsense, of course. Only a powerful curse can bring on this condition. Thaler? Hey, I think I had him before. Yeah. Remove all charges from an enemy and give them to Thaler. Give 1 charge to an allied unit on order. Charge 0. So he starts off with 0 charges, but he steals charges from an enemy unit, and then he can give them to allies. So you can steal charges from the enemy and distribute them among your allies. Syrian, Ep, Castilian. Huh. Lock a unit and move it to the other row. Lock? Disables their abilities and removes other statuses. There's some things going on here. I mean, you're the most interesting card, even though I want werewolves. I'm kind of just taking this moment to get a glimpse at not only the tutorial, but also the variety of cards this game has. So I can mix and match versus the experience I'm having right now. You said ooh shiny. Did something rare just happen? Let's see. Spawn a copy of a bronze allied unit and summon it to this row. Neat. So it doesn't have to come from your graveyard, it just spawns a copy. Very useful. Yeah. That's pretty effective, right? Because it would also summon their effects. Move to battlefield not considered played. That might counteract their deploy effect happening. I don't know. Hard to say for sure. The Rain Farn of Ater. Boost an ally by 3, then boost self by 3. Not bad. Basic. The She-Troll of Vergen. What the? Oh no! It's just this screaming guy. It's getting cooked. Oh, he's getting cooked too. He's not just being held over. He's going in. Oh, you're having a bad time. Jesus Christ. Lover of elf and onion soup. Is that an elf? Does he have pointy ears? I can't tell right now. Whenever an ally is destroyed during your turn, boost self by 3 during my turn. So it encourages you to destroy your own units. That's an odd one. This one sounds neat. I don't know its exact meaning, but it seems like it'd come in handy.
One bang spot found all this trash.
Oh, I've seen that one before for sure. Damage all of the units by 1. All other units, just all allies and enemies. Damn. A lot of art. She seems nice. She's smiling or grimacing. I'd gladly kill you from up close, stare in your eyes, but you reek, human. Damage enemies at the ends of a row by 2. Just the far left and far right one? It's at least it's 2 of them. So melee does that, or oh, range does damage all enemies in an entire row by 1. That's a fun one. I didn't mean to click, I meant to right click. Shit. Well, I'm stuck with you now. Full test pride. Melee, damage an enemy and all other enemies with power equal to it by 1. All enemies of the... okay. Huh. 1 damage is not encouraging, but being able to use it against everybody that has this shared amount of power, it's a really specific counteraction against a specific type of deck, I guess. As King Voltus likes to say, it's not the size that counts, but whether it gets the job done.
Whack, bang, wow! That's me know how.
The Wild Hunt Warrior. From into Warmonger. What do we got here? Destroy the lowest units. Epidemic. The Triumphant Rat. I like the art on these cards. Damage unit by 1 if it's destroyed. Spawn a base copy of this unit and summon it into this row. Which then itself could use that ability. That's interesting. So if you get a bunch of people down to 1, I think that means if you get a bunch of people down to 1 health, you could then chain a series of revenants all spamming and killing a unit and spamming again. Darlin Soldier, when you reveal this unit, summon it from your deck and summon it from your deck to a random allied row. When you reveal it, show a card to both players, then hide it back in the hand or deck. When you reveal this unit, summon it from your deck to a random allied row. What does that mean? How do you reveal it, I guess? If you've revealed it, why do you need to summon it from your deck? How do you reveal a card from your deck? I don't think I understand that mechanic clearly. You seem useful. I don't know if I'll actually ever play this game again, but I mean, I don't want to just randomly click on cards. It's my account. I should look through them. Oh, look at that wolf. That's a cool one. That's a cool angle. Give or remove resilience from unit. Allows the unit to remain on the board at round end, then restore it to base power if boosted. That's a good one. That means you can be like, that unit's really cool. I'm gonna keep it for next round. It doesn't keep its boost, but still, like somebody like Geralt that's strong already, use him for 2 rounds, that's useful. The beast rushed at them wildly with fury in its eyes, immune to pain, and any strikes the defenders could land. Nothing stood to stop it. That means you could potentially use a unit like Geralt to bait the enemy into playing a bunch of cards in order to outpower said stronger card, and then you could give it resilience so that it actually lasts until next round too. In addition to that, there's that one I don't understand very well, and that's kind of a boring card. You're different from before. They use this icon, but this is not the same card. Summons all copies of this unit from your deck to this row. I think that's what the Blue Stripes Commando did in the main game too. Yeah. I want that adrenaline rush. I have no idea if any of these are especially rare cards. Or if there's even a signifier in this game. Oh, and then I just drew one? That's how it went? Thanks. Well, now I've got 2 of those, I guess. You in trouble there, Anna? Uramid. Got one of those hairstyles. Boost a soldier ally and all copies of it by 2. Ooh. Rewards for duplicate cards. Got some backwards talking. Anna Strenger. Were you in Blood and Wine? I'm trying to remember. Yeah. If on turn end this unit is boosted, boost adjacent units by 1. Huh. So boosted and she'll spread the boost. Anna hated her husband so much that she was ready to do anything in order to be free of the man and the child he had put inside her. Oh boy. Grimaced. So if you're ranged, it has the order, place a bronze alchemy card from your graveyard. Ooh. That could be powerful. There's some cool cards here. Huh. That sounds awfully useful. And that's all my kegs for now. There, I did my first loot box opening video on this channel. Are you happy? I think that's it for now, guys. This is a pretty long video already. Thanks for watching like always. This is Gwent. It's free, I believe. You can just go in and play it. I just want to take a look at it because of Thronebreaker, and it's fittingly had a little story-oriented tutorial thing, so it was kind of fun to go through. Why does it say I have 3? Doesn't matter. See you guys later. I'm stopping.